Welcome back to Rurouni Kenshin Anime Review. This is part 5. This one I'm reviewing Rurouni Kenshin Reflection. An hour and a half, well, originally it was 2 parts, but edited. I watched the director's cut of this particular OVA. Rurouni Kenshin Reflection. Yep. The main story of this thing takes place roughly 15 years after the events of the main series. That's the present day stuff. Basically, the thing starts off with a condensed version of the actual series, starting off with, well, the first time they met the police chief, and I think they jumped straight to a little bit to the Kaito arc, and a little bit of the revenge arc, which is the closest thing we're actually going to get to an adaptation of that particular arc. I gotta say, basically, when it comes to that, it's a okay adaptation, even though it only lasts for about a good 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. It takes up a small chunk of it. And after that, it's all original stuff right after that. It's before I get to the rest of this, I'll talk about the flashback stuff. Of course, they do reference the whole stuff that happened during the Remembrance arc. There's a brief condensed version of that. Just seem flashes. But then after that, like right after they defeat Kenshin's former brother-in-law because he married Tomaru in the past, though she died, Kaoru does something a bit unexpected. I have never seen this for an anime before. Yeah, never seen this anime, and it's very rare this even happens even in real life, where a woman proposes to a man. Yes, I heard also this happened to her girl as well, but I'm gonna start that in the near future. Yeah, she proposes to Kenshin, and he says yes, and then like right after that, they get married. Yeah, they actually have a wedding ceremony, a traditional Japanese wedding, which I gotta praise the anime for its, well, a very good representation of it. It's only the second time ever I've seen in fiction where we have a Japanese style wedding. The only other time I've seen this is actually in the fifth James Bond film. Yes, Live and Let Die. No, Live and Die. You Only Live Twice, which at the time was Sean Connery's fifth film and his, well, at that point was going to be his last film, though he came back for Diamonds of Forever and, of course, Never Say Never Again. But this is only the second time I've seen it where you see a traditional Japanese wedding portrayed. First time seeing anime form, which, hey, at least got praised for that. And pretty much a lot of the familiar characters were there, except for Sano for some reason. Yeah, I didn't see him there. I saw the police chief. I saw the restaurant owner, the one that goes to the I think it's like the steak soup restaurant. The waitress, Yanako. Pretty much a lot of the regular characters are there. Uh, Santo shows up briefly in this particular thing. He shows up for like one scene, and that's really it. Yeah, I know it's him simply because the way his hair is, and because, well, it's Santo. It's Saito. That's basically the way he is. Of course, Sano himself does show up briefly in present day for like a few scenes. Yeah. Then it jumps ahead 15 years later. Well, of course, at that point, anyways. So Kenshin, because at the start of the series he was 28. Now he's 43. Yep, he is 43 years old. Now, Sano, when that series started, he was 19. That means now he's 34. Yeah, currently he is 34 years old, roughly about 9 years younger than Kenshin, which is something. Um, Megumi is the the doctor. Yeah, she is roughly at this point because they mentioned I've heard that she's supposed to be 22 throughout the course of the main series. Now she's 38, and she didn't really age all that much. She's still a gorgeous woman, which I gotta praise the anime for keeping her a drop dead gorgeous woman. For Kenshin, for some reason, okay, so he's in his 40s, so they give him like a little bit of a little bit of a wrinkle thing near his face. I'm like, that's a bit odd. Of course, Sano has got like he's unshaven. Apparently, he stopped wearing his coat that he's worn throughout the whole entire series when it says "bad" on the back. Yeah, I don't really know why in the world that is. Excuse me. excuse me. Let's see. Caillou throughout the now also Kenshin's master shows up here. Now it's mentioned in this series when Caillou first meets him the the Kaito arc, he's 43. That means currently at this point he is 58, which he doesn't look too bad for a 58-year-old. And heck, even Caillou basically explained thinking world that what does a 43-year-old look like he's in his 20s? It's probably the secret of the style. Yeah. Now Caillou, she is wow 17 when the series started. So that means by of this particular story, she's in her 30s. She's roughly, I think she's, let's see, 10 is 27. I'd say she's about 30, I'd say 32. Yep. So she dies at the age of 32, and she's like 11 years younger than Shin. Mm-hmm. Let's see. As for Yanako, if I can find him here, let's see here. Let's see. Saito, the one who's kind of like Kenshin's rival. Let's see. He is. I just want to be sure that this is correct. That's what I'm looking up on the actual site. He is. Well, he was 34 when the series started. That means he is currently 59. No, 49. Excuse me. Yeah, he's 49 years old. Yeah, he's like another. Which that's actually. It is. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find Yannick basically. See what he's supposed to be. Okay, because M. Okay. So I know he was a little kid at the start of the series, so let's see how old he is now. Let's see. Found them. Okay. Oh yeah, and his waitress, childhood sweetheart. Yeah, they're a couple at this time. But let's see how old he is currently. He is. Okay, looks like he's 10 to start off with. And then when they end the series in the final chapter, he's 15. So that's about 5 years after the series. So he's roughly 25. Yeah, he's 25. Mm-hmm. Yep. As for his girlfriend, let's see. Let's see. Okay, Tosabe, who is basically his girlfriend, yeah, she's roughly the same age he is. So, yep, that's great character development. The fact they become an official couple in their 20s, which is great. Kenshin's son shows up in here, and he's 15, and he gets training from Kenshin's master. And also, I thought this was a really sweet moment. Kenshin tells Kaoru his birth name, and he asks her to call him that when he comes back from his latest trip. Now, during the course of the present day stuff, it's revealed he's actually sick with unknown illness. It's heavily suggested it's leprosy, and apparently there's no cure. And Caillou's devotion to him is so great, she's willing to have sex with him in order to share his pain. I'm like, wow. Never expected that to happen. And then the anime pretty much kind of ends just before the roll of credits with both of them dying in each other's arms, which that's a very tragic ending for this particular series. The story itself was really nice. I gotta appreciate the writing for this thing. I still think it's odd though they had him die in his early 40s. I would have thought maybe he would live long enough to see Yanako himself get married. That would have been something. But who knows when it comes to that. Um, though I was hoping to watch this thing dubbed, but here's kind of the thing. I had to start watching it dubbed, and then for some reason, roughly about 12 minutes in, the audio started to act really weird, where it started to move faster than the actual video footage. I'm not really sure why this is. I've had this problem with several sites, except for YouTube for some reason. Yeah, YouTube does not have this problem. I'm sure other people probably have this problem too when it comes to other sites where after a little while the audio moves faster than the actual video stuff that you actually see. So I switched to sub and that's how I got to the director's cut, and so instead of doing it as two parts, I just watched the entire thing hour and a half. So I got praised for so even though I watched a sub, it's the first time I actually watched anything for the series sub. But it's only one thing, and probably one thing only. When it relates to the anime stuff, the actual two films the series had, I will watch those dubbed because those are the next thing to watch when it comes to this very series. And of course, after that will be the live action films, which, as far as I know, there's 3 of them. Yep. So overall, great OVA. I forgot to give a ranking. I forgot to give a rating for the last one. The series itself, I give it a 10 out of 10. It was a great series. The first OVA, great one. I also give that one a 10 out of 10. This one I give a 9 out of 10 because there's a bit of hiccups here and there, but overall it's a great anime. It's a bit stepped down from the last one, but also, even though the animation is the studio that made this OVA is the same one who did the last 26 episodes of the actual series, the animation style looks very similar. Not exact per se, but a similar style to that of the last. Yes, similar in style. But this thing was made roughly 13 years ago, so give it what you will. Alright, so that's it for this video. Stay tuned whenever I get a chance to watch the anime. So next thing watch, excuse me, animation wise after this will be the Akame ga Kill anime. Yes, I plan to watch that next. Excuse me, and this is only just 24 episodes. And that one, when I do this particular series, I will do it in a 2-part review. Where part 1, I talk about the actual main series, and part 2, I'll talk about the shorts that came at the end of every episode. There's like 12 of them, so it won't take me too long. Alright, so until I see you in my next video,